All right. What's up, guys? B Shaw, Ben, B Shaw Reacts, here to give you guys the second half of the Bee Gees. We've been checking out the Bee Gees first, which is apparently their first album kind of broke them out, made them into the megastars that they eventually become. I didn't do any more research or anything. I'm just listening to the album. So if you guys want to fill in the comments with some trivia, I do read all of my comments and I try to reply to most of them. It gets a little hectic at times because I get a lot of stuff, but yeah, I'm always going to be committed to doing what's right by the channel and you guys. So yeah, definitely let's do that. Just in the comments, write what you know. There's something I need to look up, just tell me, hey, go check this out, and I will do so. I hope everything's going well for you. As I stated in the last video, I don't know any of these songs. I don't believe. I feel like I Can't See Nobody. I think I've reacted to that one. I'm pretty sure. And the only reason I remember that, and this is crazy, you're gonna laugh at me, is I'm a real big English nerd. So when I was in high school and college, I always did exceptionally well in English and writing and handwriting. The I Can't See Nobody, the nobody, I think that's what stuck out to me the most in this title because nobody. You can't and nobody, you typically don't put those two words together. It would be I can't see anyone. But anyways, that's just me being weird. Okay, so we're just going to get into it. I am listening to it on Amazon just so that YouTube doesn't give me a hard time and try and block my content like it's been doing. So yeah, all my guys overseas that's not in the United States with me, hopefully it doesn't block it. And I hope that you're here watching. So I guess we'll see. Anyways, okay. Crazy world we're living in, guys. I'm sorry for all the craziness. I know. Believe me, I know. I hear it too. But we'll leave politics out of this. We're just going to enjoy the music and enjoy each other's company. So it looks like when I hover over these songs right here, it's kind of giving me some facts about the songs. That's kind of cool. I might actually utilize that after we're finished with the video. Okay, so 3 minutes of me rambling on. I'm going to go ahead and start. So we finished Crace Fenton, Kirk Royal Academy of Arts. On the last one, this is part 2 of the album review, Bee Gees first. Here we go. New York mining disaster, 1941.
In the event of something happening to me, there is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones. I keep straining my ears to hear a sound. Maybe someone is digging underground. Or have they given up and all gone home to bed, thinking those who once existed must be dead? Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones. In the event of something happening to me, there is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Do you know what it's like on the outside? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones.
All right.
There were the
Whoa, calm down. Calm down, Bee Gees. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I like that. New York mining disaster, 1941. It's a little different. But it's catchy. I mean, it definitely had a little hook in there. Again, I'm trying to come at this from a different mindset of where I live in today. Obviously, times were a lot different during this time period, and I'm trying to approach this as, let's say, if I were to listen to the radio in my car and this song turned on, during this time frame, this would have been the perfect type of songs, I think. Anyways, I did make the reference in the last review that I was given that this kind of reminds me of the Beatles. I didn't look that up to see who came first, the Beatles or the Bee Gees, or if they kind of influenced each other, or if the Beatles came after the Bee Gees. Not really sure. I know they're about around the same time frame. They have to be. Anyways, that doesn't even matter. Honestly, I'm not trying to compare the two bands. I'm just saying that I can hear influences of them within the music, which, I mean, hey, I forget this saying, but it's something about if you're borrowing from a musician, you can call it one thing, but if you're copying it, then it's stealing. It's something like that. So I don't know the actual quote, but it's kind of the same concept as what I'm thinking is like, if it works for the Beatles, then why not use that formula within your songwriting? I mean, if it works and it sells, then go for it. Okay, Cucumber Castle. These song titles, man, they, yeah, they're a little goofy, huh? Aren't we all? Aren't we all, my friends? Okay, so Cucumber Castle, here we come.
trees see the grass, a Pinkerton spy. Said this is the place I will try. And he did. Stood in the dark, sat a man who beckoned him in. But leaving his grass was a sin. But he did. Cucumber Castle, be ever so humble its home. He saw the light in the cellar reflect in his eyes. Yet early that morning was he to receive a surprise. Cucumber Castle, be ever so humble its home. Cucumber Castle, be ever so humble its home. Said, are you leaving or are you receiving, my friend?
I love the horns.
Money to lend. And he did. He said, I'm the owner, not you, and this is my stead. So give it to me, now I'm dead. And he did, said, Cucumber Castle, be ever so humble its home. Cucumber Castle, be ever so humble its home.
Goodness, every time this song ends, it goes right into the next one. I'll try to catch it, but I miss it. Cucumber Castle. These songs are, like I said many times already, I think, different. The song titles are out there, a little wacky. Um, I did read somewhere, I think I was on that other page that I have pulled up, um, that this was like a psychedelic rock mixture of an album. Um, I'm having a hard time seeing. I've said that a couple of times. Like my vision is kind of messed up. It's getting way worse. So now for me to even read, like to read this on this page, it takes a lot for me to be able to read. So I was trying to read it, but I just stopped because I only made it through like the first part. There's a lot of stuff written about this album, obviously. Um, okay, so this says Bee Gees First is the third studio album by the Bee Gees, and their first international full-length recording after two albums distributed only in Australia and New Zealand. The Bee Gees first was. I'm sorry, I'm reading this, guys, but I really want to know. Was the group's debut album for the UK. July 14th, 1967 in the UK, and on August 9th, 67 in the US. Okay, so, all right, well, I'm not going to sit here and read all of this because you'll be so fed up with me that you'll be ready to throw me out of the window. So I'm just going to go back to playing the songs, and I guess I'll try and read all that after we finish up the album review. So we're moving on to Love Somebody. I'm thinking that I may know this song just from the song title. I think it looks like it's pretty popular as far as the ratings are concerned down here. But I think if I'm not mistaken, this song, this is To Love Somebody. It's like The Way I Love You or something like that. I'm pretty sure that this might be it. Look, guys, I don't know. I mean, I know they had some big hits. So there's got to be some that I've heard that I just didn't realize it was the Bee Gees. Anyways, I think this might be it. So I'm going to stop stalling and go into it. I'll let you know if I recognize it. Let's just put it that way.
There's a light, a certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be live with you, live with you. There's a way. Everybody said to do each and every little thing, but what does it bring if I ain't got you? Ain't got, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you.
What? Look at me go. Look at me go. I actually knew a Bee Gees song. Okay. I don't know it. Let me stop gloating. I knew the chorus. It's terrible. I don't remember that verse at all. Any of the intro, none of it. The only thing I remember is to love somebody. That part, the way I love you. That's all I remember. Here, you guys have me trying to sing. I don't know how to sing. I'm not a singer. No, it just feels good to know that I actually knew something finally. After all of these Bee Gees reactions, finally found something that I kind of knew. I guess the chorus line. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go back in. I was just excited. Okay.
Somebody, the way I love you.
That bass line is prominent. You hear the timpanis? Goodness gracious.
My parade, I see your face again. I know my friend of mine. You ain't got to be so glad, and I'm glad, so glad. I'm a man. Can't you see what I am? I live and I breathe for you. But what good does it do if I ain't got you? Ain't got you, baby. You don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you.
It's beautiful, guys.
You don't know what it's like.
Wow.
Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. No, 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 no. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to love somebody.
Well, let me say, don't do it. Stop. Oh, come on. What did I do? Okay, so to love somebody, just talk about it real quick. I can obviously see why that song hit as big as it did. Um, they opened that up. That was the musicianship on this song. I mean, just they opened it and they were just like, you know what? Let's just give it to them, and they did. I mean, they laid it down on the tracks. It sounds beautiful. The vocal line, unreal. That to me is what I got used to kind of hearing. I think I was thrown into the Bee Gees like middle of their career. Towards the end is kind of what I've checked out the most, and as far as their music is concerned. So I don't think I knew this side of them, the other songs that we've been listening to. Um, I don't know. They don't. The other songs just don't seem as mainstream. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like the other ones weren't commercially produced to where they were trying to make like super hits or anything like that. I think they just wanted to put together an album. So they wrote some songs and they put it down, and that's what you do. And sometimes different songs hit different ways, and different things feel different for different people. I've used that word different way too much. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is to love somebody. That's a track that I can get behind. It was beautiful, beautiful production, beautifully sung. That's what I enjoy. Anyway, so we're moving on to I Close My Eyes. So we're gonna give this one a go and see what we got.
I walk the lonely streets. I watch the people passing by.
Wait a minute.
I used to smile and say hello. Yes, I was.
Stop it. You stop it. I knew that. I've heard that before. That's the I Can't See Nobody song. So I'm going to back that up, and then I'm going to go back up here and click play on this guy so that we can actually hear the song that I thought we were going to listen to, which is I Close My Eyes. The I Can't See Nobody is coming on next.
Look at me, I'm riding high. Don't know what's wrong with me. Can't you see, I'm not the guy that I pretend to be. Though I know I will be lonely, but a love will never die. I close my eyes every day. I close my eyes. The more I tried, the more I failed. I'd like to run away, but if I tried, you passed me by. I know that I can stay. Though I know I will be lonely, but a love will never die. I close my eyes every day. I close my eyes. Though I know I will be lonely, but a love will never die. I close my eyes every day. I close my eyes. I close my eyes. I close my eyes. I close my eyes.
Okay, so that was I Close My Eyes. I feel like I'm having a listening party with you guys. I'm not necessarily breaking anything down or reacting so much as just kind of enjoying what I'm hearing. Um, if I'm being honest, I think at this point I've shut off the technical producing side of my brain where I want to break every song down and hear, exactly why they did what they did, that type of thing. I've kind of shut that off and I've opened up my mind to just enjoy the music in the way that it was written and how it was performed. And I'm catching a lot of the little intricacies. Like you could hear, I'm guessing that was a flute that did the high little. You can hear it running down. A lot of the symphonic stuff, the actual the brass is kind of impressive to me. I know that song I heard a cello at one point. I mean, there's a lot going on. But it sounds great, it's different than what I know, obviously. So I'm enjoying it. I'm just kind of like relaxing and just letting the music play. So again, I know this song. I've heard this. I Can't See Nobody. But I'm gonna still play it again because I'm just want to keep it as a whole album review. Side one, side two, whatever you want to call it. Part one, part two. But anyways, we're just going to go into I Can't See Nobody.
I walk the lonely streets, I watch the people passing by. I used to smile and say hello, if I was just a happy guy. Then you happened, girl, this feeling that possesses me. I just can't prove myself to me.
I can't see nobody. No, I can't see nobody. My eyes can only look at you. You.
I used to have a plate. I used to think of many things. I watch the falling rain. I listen to the sweet birds sing. Don't ask me why, little girl, I love you, and that's all I can say. You're every breath that I take. You are my nights, my night and day.
I can't see nobody. No, I can't see nobody. My eyes can only look at you. You.
Every single word you hear, girl, is coming from this heart of mine. I've never felt like this before. A love like yours, so young and fine. And now as I try to forget you, it doesn't work out anyway. I lost you such a long time ago, but in my eyes, you always stay. Every single word you hear is coming from this heart of mine. I loved you such a long time ago. Don't know why, said I don't know why.
Lady, such a long time, love is such a long time, love is such a long time. I can't see nobody. No, I can't see nobody. My eyes can only look at you, baby. I can't see nobody. No, I can't see nobody. My eyes can only look at you.
Okay, so I can't see nobody. That's a good song. It really is. The strings stand out in that song to me more than anything. The high, violins and those things. It sounds really good in the background. Um, I don't know. I feel like that song should have been just like To Love Somebody. I feel like both of those should have been a little bit higher on their playlist. Maybe on the first CD, like second, third song, maybe. Um, yeah, I mean that's a great little tune. Please Read Me is the next one. So let's go ahead and get into Please Read Me. Oh, I like it already.
Many years ago I was a simple man. A simple man. No worries me. I never laugh. Please read me.
Wow.
Not much conversation ever came from me. I never saw reality.
the harmonies. Yeah, the harmonies are great on that song. They knew what they were doing. Yeah, they're pretty well established at this point. Close another door. That's what's up next. Ooh.
And now I'm all alone. I sent the children far away to some obscure unknown.
It's going back to that chant.
So sad, so sad.
Wow.
Close another door. Listen to my eyes. Close another door. You're much too old to work, so won't you run away? When I was young, I used to say that age won't bother me. The life I had was very sad. It all went out to sea. So sad, so sad. Close another door. Listen to my eyes. Close another door. You're much too old to work, so won't you run away? And though the sun isn't outside, the rain is in my head. Now all my life is lived inside. My home is in my chair. So sad, so sad. Close another door. Listen to my eyes. Close another door. You're much too old to work, so won't you run away? Let me go. Serve me flowers and put me on the
Wow.
plane. I may be poor, but I'll be told at least I'm still alive. Find me out, wind me up, and set me on. I've been working so very hard at being your buzz now.
Okay. So that whoa, what is that? Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Paying the price of love. Um, I don't know. That's not part of the album. So, another good song. I noticed this. In this whole album, I've heard more of the symphonic orchestra in the background. A lot of string work, brass. with the trumpets and the horns. There's a lot of that type of production within it, which I guess during that time in the 60s, I guess late 60s, it seems like that might have been. Now, I'm not saying I know a whole lot about the 60s. Obviously, I don't. I'm just saying that that might have been the sound that everyone was kind of going for, that made the albums impressive to others. Um, but yeah, there are definitely some big heavy hitters on here. To Love Somebody, I think, is my number one song on this album. But there's others. I Can't See Nobody is another one that I really like. I really like this Every Christian Lion-Hearted Man Will Show You. Yeah, I thought that was a really neat one. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff. Holiday is another one that I remember pretty well. But again, all this stuff is kind of fresh to me. I did download basically the whole album and put it into my Amazon playlist. So I'll be listening to it here and there, just all over the place, letting it bounce around and get to know other songs. But yeah, I mean, the songs are kind of short. That's the only thing that I didn't like is how short they are. I feel like if the songs are maybe another minute and a half long, get to the like 4 minute mark, I think that would have been great. But again, this is all a sign of the times. So overall, I would say that for me, would I play this album again? My answer, truthfully, would be yes. Yes, I would. I think there's a lot of great music within this. I think a lot of it I would have heard or I will hear again and be able to pick up more from it. Anytime I'm doing first time reactions to anything, it doesn't matter who I'm listening to. I don't ever catch everything on the first pass. It's really hard to do that because I feel like I am simple minded. So whenever I catch on to something happening in a song, I feel like my brain just stops doing everything else and focuses in on that. So, like I mentioned the trumpets in one song. Like, soon as I heard the trumpet come in, that's all I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear what else the trumpet player was going to do. So the guitars and the piano and all the other stuff that fills in the song, to me, it was kind of like, okay, it's good, but I want to hear a trumpet. So I find myself doing that a lot, and especially with the Bee Gees, it's more or less the harmonies catch me. So I always, once I hear the, they'll do that thing where they kind of come down. Every time I hear that slide, I think of another song, and then I start thinking about that song, and then I get jumped back into this song, and it's just a lot, and it's fun. I mean, that's why I do these reactions. It's fun. It's fun to learn and be a part of something fresh and new. This is obviously before my time, and it's great to give the respect due to these musicians from this time frame because there's a lot of it. I know with me as a trumpet player, from a young age, Louis Armstrong was my big go-to guy. So a lot of his music, I really, yeah, I know some stuff about Louis Armstrong. So, anyways, maybe that'll come in handy one day. Now that I'm doing these reactions. Okay, so we're right at 40 minutes with this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Guys, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna jump into an older album now, something from probably like beginning of the 80s, maybe late 70s, and then I'm gonna just keep bouncing back and forth between albums and trying to knock it out for you guys and for myself as well. But okay, so all my Bee Gees followers, if you made it this long, thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope everything is well. And like I've said before, I'll continue to say prayers for you guys. I always do. I pray every day. And we will get through all of this craziness at some point. So, okay. Well, you guys take care of yourself, and I will see you on the next one.